What's up? It's BJ Ward from Ward Fitness Systems, and welcome to the third part in our series on tracking your macros. Today we're going to go over fats. Now, fats, just like carbohydrates and protein, are going to have some items that are considered 100% fat. Again, just to reiterate, there will be trace amounts of protein in some of these items, but I'm assuming that you're new to tracking macros, and I want to keep it as simple as possible. So consider these items 100% fat at the beginning, okay? So those items are going to be olive oils, butter, sour cream, avocados. Those are all going to be items that are 100% fat. You might get some sunflower oil and stuff like that as well, okay? 100% fat for our purposes, okay? There are also some fats that are going to be combination foods, and these are going to have a 2-to-1 ratio of fats to protein roughly, okay? So this peanut butter, for example, is 16 grams of fat and like 7 grams of protein per serving, okay? So nuts and nut butters are going to be your primary combination fats. Now, something we don't have out here that we need to talk about, you're going to get a lot of your fat from the protein sources that you're eating. Okay, obviously we talk about eating lean proteins, your chicken, your egg whites, but you're also going to be consuming salmon, steak, maybe some barbecue. If you're here in KC, quick side note, go to Joe's KC and get a Z-Man, you'll thank me. But there's going to be some trace fat in that, okay? So you're going to be getting fat from that. And as you track, you'll have those numbers there. You'll just need to finish off your fat macros for the day with some of these items, okay? If you need to just add some fats, come over to this category where they're 100% fats. Like protein and carbohydrates that we've talked about. If there is a label, okay, you can use the nutrition label, that doesn't have one. You can use the nutrition label to determine serving size and how much fat is in each serving. For this, you need to know the protein as well. But let's take these, for example, Marcona almonds from Spain. My absolute favorite almonds. These are also coated in olive oil, okay, so they're gonna be even higher in the fat category. Make sure you take that into account. But there is no nutrition label on these. So we're gonna need to Google these or look them up in MyFitnessPal to determine the serving size and the amount of fat calories per serving. Like we spoke about in the first 2 parts of our series, use your macro database. Once I look these up once, I want to use that same measurement each time. And a quick note on that, guys, it doesn't really matter if that measurement's wrong, okay? As long as we're consistent, that's the name of the game with fat loss. So if we're consistently getting our measurements down and we're not losing weight, we'll bring your overall numbers down and the problem will take care of itself. Cool? So those are fats. Pretty simple one to keep track of. Fats aren't to be feared. Okay, just like I talked about, you can have carbohydrates and still achieve your fat loss goals or muscle building goals, especially for your muscle building goals. Same thing with fats, right? You don't need to fear fats. The only thing to take into account with fats are their caloric density. So a smaller amount of fat is going to have a higher amount of calories. They're really easy to overeat. So just be conscious of your portion sizes and make sure you are either weighing or measuring that stuff out, especially at the beginning. As you get better, you'll be able to eyeball your portion sizes, but at the beginning, measure them out. All right, that's fats. Hope you found that helpful. We'll talk soon.